Another interesting news that sounded like a fairy tale, something like it's a fake news, came up, and we won't be able to go to too much details. But if you are very conscious, you must have heard, or maybe you're going to hear for the first time, that the new tax bill has provision that laundered money or proceeds of crimes, or like the news outlets put it, Yahoo boys are to be taxed. That proceeds of crimes are to be taxed. What it means that wherever and whenever government sees any money they suspect is a stolen money, is a Yahoo money, federal government says the first thing they will do is to tax the money first before you ask, where is this money from? Your Excellency, let me call you that because that's who you are. What is your take on the tax reform itself and on this very aspect that stolen funds, fraud, money from fraudulent activities, like somebody says, armed robbers, kidnappers, and maybe some people that stand on the road in uniform collecting a gunje or whatever they call it, the government will tax the money before they even find out where is this money from. Is that the way to go?
Oh, you see, tax and taxation, those are not novel things on earth. It has been done in diverse nations, diverse societies. In fact, America virtually perfected its own taxation systems. What is interesting is that when you tax actually the proceeds of crime, you give it legitimacy.
Absolutely.
And that is the abuse in it. But you see, beyond that, taxation speaks of taxing profits. I don't know if by definition we'll be in the happy position to call laundered money profits. Because as soon as you call it profits, you make it legitimate. That would be the abuse in it. And at any rate, it could be so easily abused. Particularly when such funds, flow from the diaspora. It's been a very painful experience. A lot of the diasporans attempting to do business are actually regretting relating with us at all.
Including even Nigerians themselves, trying to relate with their brothers here.
Look at the shameful thing we did at Lekki, over that road.
Yes.
The 700-kilometer road. I was listening to the young man today. It's such a painful thing. They threw in about $30 billion to build the infrastructure. You pull it down, and you pretend to be preserving a constitution. The sections are very clear about the issue of compensation and all of that, and nothing has been done.
Talking about, I don't want to digress. The reality is that northern governors and leaders are very loud about resisting the new tax bill because of what mostly as a VAT element, which is talking about the derivative aspect. But I hosted the two-term ASU chairman, University of Uyo, Associate Professor Happiness Udo, 2 weeks ago. And she's the current Calabar Zonal Coordinator of ASU. And she said ASU are not comfortable because the new tax policy is going to do away with TED fund. And I found that strange. So with this latest development about giving legitimacy to Yahoo money, drug money, and all that, seeing whatever money comes as profit, does this give us cause? We actually resolved that day that we should have more conversation on this tax because there's so much we don't know. Now, what would be your recommendation now? So that you will not say, this is only Northerners that are shouting about this matter. What would be your recommendation on the level we should bring this conversation about this new tax policy and all the provisions? What is your recommendation?
Yeah, my attitude to this is that the Houses of Assembly should debate this in detail. In fact, article by article. That is the purpose of the House itself. It is not an issue you throw to market women or to people on the street.
Yes.
Because you need inputs from accountants, from lawyers, from other professionals. And the focus should be trying to garner resources to build the nation. Not any skewed attempt, at raising money which you could steal.
Well, the challenge we have is that most people in government, they have it as a code. They believe, like some of them, particularly one of them really challenged, say we are carrying masquerade. The guy is carrying the masquerade. We too are masquerades because we have to make ends meet. Not how many people will survive like you. You want to tell truth, you want to repair society, you never succeed, you die in hunger. That's the challenge. The government appointee threw at me and later caught the call of me that I'm wasting my time trying to work towards nation or state building. I'm wasting my time. In fact, he called me names. He's a younger person, but he abused me. Like our president said, social media, they abuse the hell out of me. But I'm not moved. Open Forum would like to do a town hall meeting, specifically on tax. We don't have the support. We don't have the finance to do that because we cannot wait for people in government. When anything gets there, they are programmed, except for those that don't know or somebody wants to live in this seat. People will hardly, they call themselves stakeholders. You protect the establishment for whatever reason. And that is what has brought the country to where it is. So if you are out there, you can do it. Or you want to support Open Forum, you can take our phone number, 0802 757 7497. I take that again, 0802 757 7497. We can take on, being a local thing, this issue of the Presidential Committee on Livestock Reforms, and then the tax as it applies to Akwa Ibom State, which we have already gotten one of the best ideas ever, that anything that is to be done at the scale that Alhaji Ali Waziri said, there should be a pilot scheme. You cannot come to 31 government areas and say, what the land, that means some villages will be annexed completely. In fact, 2-3 villages will go before federal government can say they have what they call a ranch or whatever name, because it will never be a ranch. It will become grazing reserve. It will become whatever name that Buhari could not achieve. So if you can partner with us, we are ready to partner with groups. Let us do it together for the sake of humanity.